is less than, you should have shaded below. Then everything inside of that shaded area would be included in the answers for that problem. We are going to skip the word problems for now, so you can just go straight to example 4. We'll do the word problems when I come back to class, so we can do them together. So let's go ahead and try example 4. Write an inequality from a graph. So basically what you need to do is write the equation for the line, just like we've done before. So you need to find the slope in the y-intercept, so you can write an equation in y equals mx plus b form. Except we won't have an equals this time. We're going to have one of these symbols. Okay? And remember, you will decide, or you know that it's dotted for those two and solid for these two. And then we'll have to decide if it's less than or greater than based on how it's shaded. So let's go ahead and look at example 4, letter A. For letter A, let's find 2 points. Find 2 points that are on the grid. So this point right here is on the grid, and this point right here. So we need the y-intercept and we need the slope. Well, we know y comes first, so we'll put the y. Let's find our slope. So to get from here over to here, let's see, we go down 1, 2, 3, so this is -3, and we go left 1, 2, 3, 4. Since we're going left, it's -4. So that means our slope is a +3 over 4. Rise over run. They're both negatives, so they become positive in our answer. Then we put an x. Then we need the y-intercept. Well, the y-intercept is right here. It's where it crosses the y-axis, and that happens to be at +1. So we've written the equation for the line. Now we just need to decide if we are less than or greater than, and if we are solid or dotted. Well, if we look at our line, we notice that it is dotted. So we know that either this symbol or this symbol will be the ones that we're looking for. Now we need to decide if we are shaded above or below. Well, this line looks like we are shaded above, so that means this symbol is the one we want. Above is greater than. So there is your final equation for this problem, or inequality, I'm sorry, not equation. Okay, let's go ahead and look at B. B is the same idea, so pick 2 points. So I'm going to pick 2 that are pretty close together. I'm going to pick this point right here and this point right here. We know the equation starts with a y, and we're going to have an x in here, so I'll just put that there. So let's see, our slope. So we go down here and over here. So we go down 1, so that's a -1, and right 2, so that's a +2. So our slope is a -1 over 2. Then our y-intercept is over here. That looks to me to be about -4.5, so I will put -4.5. We aren't going to deal with any weird ones, so if it's in between, you're probably at a half. Okay, now we need to decide what kind of symbol we're going to have. Well, that is a solid line, so we know we're looking for this symbol or this symbol. We're going to have the equal to. And then we also notice that it is shaded below. So if it's shaded below, it must be the less than. So we are less than or equal to. So that is our final answer. Go ahead and pause the video now again and try C and D. When you finish them, come back and check and see how you did. Okay, for C, we have a point here, and we'll just go with a point here. Okay, so I'm going to start with the y. I'll put my x over here. And my slope, I go down 1 and right 1. So we have a slope of -1 over 1, which is just -1. And then we also know that we cross the y-axis right here at 0, so +0. So I don't have to write that. I also noticed that the line is dotted, so I'm using this symbol or this one. And it is shaded below, so that must be this symbol. So you should have ended up with this equation. Or maybe you just had y is less than -x. That's fine as well. The plus 0 on the end really isn't proper, so I would leave that off. And then for D, we need to pick 2 points again, so I'll pick this one right here and this one right here. They cross the grid at those spots. So for the slope, we go down and then over. So we go down 2, that's negative, but right 1, so that's positive. So we've got our y and our x. Our slope is negative 2 over 1, so that's a negative 2. Then our y-intercept is right here at negative 3, so minus 3. We're dealing with a solid line, so we've got the equal to underneath. So it's one of those two symbols. And I notice that it is shaded above that line, on top of it. So we must be using this symbol, because greater than is above. So that should be your final equation. If you're having trouble with the above or below, think about if you could sit on that line. So this little guy is standing on that line, but if he's here, he's underneath of it. So then it would be shaded below if it were that guy. Just a little hint to help you out, maybe. Maybe you totally got it and there's no problem there. Okay, please make sure that you look in the eBackpack folder for the assignment. In the instructions part, it will tell you some problems that I'd like you to try. Good luck.